All you actually need really are super glue, a pair of scissors, is linen or twine, depends how you want to look at it, and about the length of your arms, and then just snip it and that'll give you absolutely loads to work with and you won't be worried about length. That pair of scissors, super glue, that's all you need. Right, as you can see, I've just glued down here, which is the beginning. All you've got to do is keep it nice and tight, nice circles going round, making sure that you cover the point of each one of the flets so it doesn't cut your hand on the way out. Taking your time, now I've got to this point where every bit's covered. All I have to do, as you can see, is just choose my first angle, making sure the fletches aren't bent over. It's always a good idea just to check you've got roughly the same angle. That's up to you what angle you decide. Steeper the angle, the less turns, as you'll do with the string, but bear in mind if you go too high or too low, the fletch won't close properly. As you can see on these small bits, it's not very easy to make them close anyway. Oops. It's quite easy to do that as well. So I'll just double check I've got that slightly too high. This can take a few minutes to do. Always just a rough idea and it's the same. Once you've gone through, as you can see here, I can then use the twists I've done originally to make sure everything's okay. It's always a good idea as you turn to make sure that you haven't knocked one of the feathers to the sides as you've put it in, which is quite easy to do, especially when you first start. See, you can tell straight away that was too high. Now what you can do is steam the fletchings with a kettle afterwards. It's always a good idea to do that every now and again to keep your fletchings nice. When you steam it, make sure the kettle's nicely boiling and you'll hear the noise of the actual steam going into the feathers, and you'll hear the noise of the feathers actually stretching. As you can see, it's not quite there on that one. Now, anybody who's done fletchings knows that I didn't do a very good job on this one. It's kind of my practice one, and this itself is a target style arrow, not so much your medieval style, which is I usually shoot, which are a lot thicker but are less accurate, but more fun to use as far as I'm concerned. You don't actually need to bind fletchings nowadays, because I mean the simplest of super glues will do the job. I just happen to like them this way. In fact, all you really need to do if you want to protect yourself is quite simply just to circle the top and the bottom like I did when I started. That will actually stop the feathers, well, I should say the point of the feather actually clip in your hand. And from then all you've got to do is do what you did before and just do those circles again. A bit of super glue at the end, snip it off, a little bit of super glue again, just like here, where later on I will just super glue that on and snip it all together, which I shall do at a later date.